Welcome back to Big Mouth. Remember, you can follow me over on Twitter at Movies TV Mad. Well, we've got a few DC updates for you. It's very exciting because the future of DC live action looks in really good hands as we get news after news, but this is huge. Now, this was just a byline in the Hollywood Reporter, but they have confirmed that Todd Phillips has signed on for Joker 2. This is sensational news. This was a whopping hit, the first movie, and now we are getting another. We have got DCEU Earth 1. We've got Matt Reeves, the Batman, in Earth 2. He will be developing these DC characters in his own universe as well. We have got a Black Superman on another Earth, and we've got this Elseworld Joker sequel as well. So it's really exciting. So let's read the article from the Direct, and this is by Aaron Mayer Clarinol. Something like that anyway. Sorry for killing your name. Joker 2, Joaquin Phoenix sequel reportedly bringing back Todd Phillips to write DC script. Todd Phillips' Joker became a surprise hit for Warner Bros. And DC back in 2019, mainly due to Joaquin Phoenix's impressive portrayal of the clown Prince of Crime. The film followed the original story of Arthur Fleck as he eventually transformed into the dangerous Batman villain known as the Joker. The DC movie earned positive reception from fans and critics, ultimately landing $1 billion in the box office as a result. Talks about a potential sequel surfaced, giving viewers hope that Phoenix would return for a second time to portray the iconic character. Development for Joker 2 is shrouded in mystery, but it was revealed that Warner Bros. Is still planning to release the sequel eventually. Now, a new report may shed some light on the current plan for the film. Joker writer will return in planned sequel. The Hollywood Reporter shared that Todd Phillips has agreed a deal to return and co-write the next Joker installment. Phillips also directed and produced the first film. The powerful pair of Joaquin Phoenix and Todd Phillips. The return of Todd Phillips to a Joker sequel is a welcome development for fans, especially after his narrative direction and style that he established during the first film. This should also help Warner Bros. In persuading Joaquin Phoenix for a Joker comeback in the sequel. Plot details are still being kept under wraps for Joker 2, but Phillips' return could hint that he will continue the story that he created in the first film. It's possible that the time jump will be considered, considering that the 2019 film featured a young Bruce Wayne. To recap, Joker introduced the idea that Arthur Fleck and Bruce are brothers, and this could serve as the premise of the sequel. Given that Fleck knows this, there's a chance that he will continue to pursue Bruce, since he has the mindset that the Wayne family still owes him money. While Joker is pretty much a self-contained narrative, giving the spotlight to a teenage version of Bruce, not Batman, and Fleck should present a fresh storyline for the sequel to tackle. So this is very, very exciting and very interesting. Of course, and I don't want to burst anyone's bubble here, but I'm just thinking outside the box here. This may not even be a Joker sequel. This could be the next part of DC Dark. He could be working on a new character. For me, that will be just as cool as a Joker sequel. But whatever the case, this will be the second movie for DC Black Label. They know it's a viable thing now. So when the movie comes up, we can see DC Black Label make Todd Phillips, president of DC Black Label. This is brilliant. This is exciting. This is pioneering. And I'm so excited to bring this news to you all, because this is not just about me doing videos and trying to make this channel successful so I can make money from you people. No, I love this fucking shit. I love DC. I love entertainment. I love movies. I love TV. I love storytelling. And when I hear news like this about stuff that I love, it really excites me. So we will be here on Big Mouth, the first place to analyze any more news on this story. But for now, Todd Phillips signs up for a Joker sequel. And wow, I am so buzzed up for this news. Well, more exciting DC live-action news. Green Lantern Jeremy Irvine officially joins HBO Max series as gay hero Alan Scott. The character is one of many Lanterns featured in the series by Aaron Crouch of The Hollywood Reporter. It's official, HBO Max's Green Lantern has been found. An actor to play Let's start again. It's official. HBO Max's Green Lantern has found an actor to play Alan Scott, with Jeremy Irvine, who led the Bourne TV spin-off Treadstone, is now confirmed for the role of the comic book hero. The actor expressed his excitement about the role on Instagram on Thursday. Very excited to be joining the DC universe, he wrote. Can't wait to get started. Irvine then added a Green Lantern oath from the comics. In the brightest day, in the blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power, Green Lantern's light. Wow, actually got the hairs at the back of my neck stood up as I said that. Scott is one of the higher profile gay characters in the DC universe, although that is only a relatively recent development. He was created in 1940, with his ring being magical in nature. When Green Lantern was redeveloped in the 1960s, it was against a sci-fi backdrop, and the hero Hal Jordan was a test pilot in the atomic age. Eventually, Scott was reintroduced as a lantern from a parallel Earth, and in the 2000s, with the flourishing of the multiverse concept, he was reconceived as gay, leading a more inclusive movement at the publisher. Irvine made his feature debut in 2011, starring in Steven Spielberg's adaptation of Warhorse. The English actor played a young Pierce Brosnan in Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again, and appeared in dramas The Professor and The Madman, and The Last Full Measure. Most recently, Irvine starred in the Jason Bourne-inspired spy series Treadstone. The HBO Max series also stars Finn Wittrock as Guy Gardner, one of the many Green Lanterns expected to appear in the big-budget series. From executive producer Greg Berlanti and Warner Brothers TV, Berlanti, Seth Grahame-Smith and Mark Guggenheim are writing the series, with the Grahame-Smith set as showrunner. Why is he called the Grahame-Smith? Anyway, he'll be the showrunner, and Grahame-Smith's a great comic book writer. This show is in great hands. This is a very ambitious show, and I can't wait to see it. Green Lantern is one of the number of DC properties in the works at HBO Max. The Warner Media-backed streamer in production on James Gunn's The Suicide Squad spin-off Peacemaker, while a Gotham Police Department drama spinning out of Matt Reeves' upcoming The Batman film is also in the works. Meanwhile, J.J. Abrams is developing multiple series in the DC realm, including Justice League Dark and Constantine. Irvine is red, blah, blah, blah. We don't care about that. So, finally, we've got an Alan Scott. And Mr. Irvine will be playing Alan Scott. And again, this is just epic and awesome to bring to you the confirmation. I'm really excited. Now, I don't know much about the Green Lantern comics, but I do love the animated series. I do love the movie starring Ryan Reynolds. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but it was just great to see OR in live action. And it was, so I know a little bit about them. Basically, I think the Green Lantern universe is DC's Star Wars, our Star Wars. And if they fulfill the potential, this could be, a very interesting sub-universe for DC live action. And I can't wait for the buzz, the behind-the-scenes news, trailers, and finally seeing the show. So I say, bring it on, baby. Take my money now. Now, remaining on the subject of HBO Max's Green Lantern car series, they found a director for the pilot. HBO Max Green Lantern series finds its director. Jeremy Irvine and Finn Wittrock are already cast as heroes in the series based on the DC characters by Boris Kitt. Lee Toland Krieger, who directed the pilot for Superman and Lois, is staying in the DC fold. The director is set to direct and executive produce the first 2 episodes of Green Lantern, HBO Max's big-budget sci-fi police show based on the space-faring DC characters. Berlanti Productions and Warner Brothers Television are behind the series, which is already casting up and will be set in several time periods. In recent weeks, the show has cast Jeremy Irvine to play Alan Scott, the original Lantern who hides his gay identity in 1941 America, while Finn Wittrock will play Macho Man Lantern Guy Gardner for storylines set in the go-go 80s. Other characters include half-alien Brie Jarta. Krieger directed movies such as Celeste and Jess Forever and The Age of Adeline, but several years ago began working in television, quickly establishing himself as a go-to guy for pilots. He helmed the pilot as well as several other episodes for Riverdale, the popular CW show based on the Archie comics, Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, Fox's Prodigal Son, and this year's Superman and Lois. Those shows were produced by Berlanti Productions, who clearly like his work, as do I, by the way. Other shows he has directed include Shadows and Bones and Deadly Class. So that's good news, because I think the cinematography in Superman and Lois and in the pilot and everything has been so good. And so this guy, and let's get his name right. So let's go back. So what's his name? Yeah, Lee Toland Krieger, that's his name. So yeah, very exciting. He's a director of great capabilities and abilities, and I'm very excited he's going to be directing the first 2 episodes. I assume these first 2 episodes could be bunched together as one pilot. I'm not sure about that. But look, I hear a lot of people from the Snyder side of things saying that DC don't have a plan. They do, because this series is going to be interlinked with the films, because there's a multiverse strategy now. These lanterns could be part of the brand new multiverse Justice League. This is so exciting. There's no word if this is set in DCEU Earth 1, Earth 2, Earth 3, or whatever. But we'll find that out as we get closer to the release of this exciting series. A series set in 1941 and 1980. How awesome is that going to be? That awesome. Now, in less geeky news, but this is always important, anything Warner Media behind the scenes, we will talk about on this channel as well, because it all connects to DC and entertainment, because Warner Media produce a lot of stuff that we love, right? So Warner Media CEO Jason Kilar tells staff he plans to stay into 2022. The executive's future at Warner Media has been in question ever since parent company AT&T, led by John Stankey, unveiled plans to spin it off and merge it with Discovery Inc., led by David Zaslav. Warner Media CEO Jason Kilar says he does not intend to step down from his post this year. The executive made the remarks in an employee town hall Thursday. My plan and my focus is to remain here in my CEO role at Warner Media. Kilar said, according to an attendee, I am not thinking right now about post-merger. There will be time to consider that topic in 2022. He added, I believe we have unfinished business and work of the next year can and should be extremely fulfilling as the world continues to see what we are capable of doing. The Wall Street Journal first reported Kilar's comments. Under Kilar's leadership, Warner Media has continued to try and grow its HBO Max streaming service. The company detailed plans to launch in Latin America earlier this week, and next month will roll out a less expensive and supportive tier of service at $10 per month. Kilar's future at Warner Media has been in question ever since parent company AT&T, led by John Stankey, announced plans to spin it off and merge it with Discovery Inc., led by David Zaslav. Zaslav would run the combined company, and Stankey said that the Discovery chief would decide which Warner Media executives would join the new company. Zaslav had praised Kilar in a press conference as a fantastic leader, with Stankey adding that he would continue to serve as CEO. Kilar was reportedly kept in the dark on the merger plans until just a few weeks before it was announced on May 7th. If Kilar were to leave, and with the Discovery merger not expected to close until some point in 2022, Warner Media would need to find an interim chief executive willing to lead the company for only a few months before the deal closed. Right, basically here, let me draw you a picture. Right, now we know he's already tendered his resignation. What he's going to do is work his notice. So he will stay CEO of Warner Media until basically David Zaslav and Discovery Inc. take over officially, and Warner is combined with Discovery Inc. and it will have a new business name, and we should hear that announced any day now. So the CEO will be David Zaslav. There'll be no need for him unless David decides he wants him on the team, which I doubt. So this is double talk here. They don't want to have an interim CEO, so he stays until the merger happens, and that's it. So, yep, Jason Kilar is history. He comes across as a really polite guy, but we must remember he made many, many redundancies at DC Comics and other departments at Warner Brothers. So he's a businessman. He's going to get a big payoff. Don't be feeling sorry for him. Anyway, that's the end of this epic video where we talked about some epic news. Sensational times, right? Joker 2, that's nuts, right? And so much other news. And we've had Joker 2 today. We've had the Green Lantern official casting of Alan Scott. and there's so many things to talk about. So I want you to comment about everything down below, and I'll try and reply to you. And if I don't reply to you on this video, we will talk on tomorrow's live stream, the Big Mouth Daily Live from about 9 p.m. UK time, and Big Mouth Live every day from 6 p.m. UK time as well. Anyway, that's me done for today. I'm going to try and upload these videos. So comment down below, like, share, and subscribe. Tell everyone about me. And I love you lots. See you again soon.